All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we got CFMOTO's brand new in-house Polaris knockoff clutch here. You guys tell me what you think. But I wanted to tear it down. It's all pretty much back to stock for the video for you guys so you can see how it comes stock, and we're gonna tear this apart. I did this one off camera just because it's a little trickier, but honestly, these secondaries like this are much easier to get apart than the CVTech ones, I will say that. This compared, so this is gonna be their new secondary driven clutch. And you can see these sheaves are beefy compared to this one. Now, I am a fan of CVTech clutches. I am a big fan of their clutches. I think they work fine. Once you get the bugs worked out, which we do with our clutch kits for CFMOTO, we have all the bugs worked out and they work flawless. They do have their issues, but when you get our clutch set up, it pretty much takes those issues and makes them non-existent. So that is the difference. Even the sheer size of it. So these clutches are not gonna work in the current motors. They're just not, they're too big to do that with. This is the helix, as you would call it, that sits down in here on these rollers in the secondary. I'm telling you, this is CFMOTO's own in-house knockoff Polaris design. I'm not a huge fan of these type of clutches. I'm just not. But we're gonna take them apart, take this one apart. Already got this one apart. Showed you guys, give you guys a good look of that helix, what you would call a helix. It is beefy, I'll give them that. It is beefy, and no doubt in my mind that this secondary will actually perform pretty good. But one thing with the roller secondaries is you get these rollers that wear out, they get gunk in there, then they turn into slides. They're not rollers anymore. They turn into slides. Well, this clutch already has slides, and these slides will last a very, very, very long time, like long time. Very rarely do you even have to replace these slides in thousands and thousands of miles, where these ones, they're hit and miss. And I'm going by, you know, my background in Polaris clutching. We would have to replace these rollers very often because they wouldn't roll anymore. They turn into sliders, and you guys know what that does. And then stuff don't work right. But here's their primary drive clutch. It's pretty beefy. We're not gonna take it all the way apart, but we're gonna get one of these arms out of here. I'm just using layman's terms for you guys to understand. So, there we go. Like I said, this clutch is all stock, so you guys can see stock form. We're not going to show any parts we're making anytime soon. So there's the primary spring that goes in it. It's pretty beefy. Now what we want to do is get one of these arms out. This one. Whoops, wrong way. They're not super tight. You don't crank down on these. They have like a lock nut on them, so they won't come loose. But hardened steel nut. Then your ramp comes out of here. And that's what it looks like. Stock. This is stock. Ours is going to be quite different, you know. But this is a stock ramp. It's not too hard to pull these apart. It's not as easy as a CVTech clutch, and we just shipped our last clutch, didn't we? Mm-hmm. I don't have a CVTech clutch anywhere, but you guys have seen tons of them in my videos. So you know, it's not as easy. And then you can take it apart even further from that. You can pull this nut out, and there's, you know, this bearing down in here and all that jazz. But this is the main parts you guys are wanting to see here. And yeah, so it really, to me, is, I guess we're gonna find out as we really start testing the clutch out on the trails and stuff to see. But I know from my experience in the Polaris world, I'm not really a fan of these style of clutches. That's just my opinion. And everybody has their own opinion, but me, you know, I just don't. Yes, they're beefier, but they're also heavier. So they do, you know, take a little bit more horsepower to turn them versus the lighter clutch. So like a snappier throttle, are you still gonna have a snappy throttle? Yeah, you will. Don't get me wrong, you'll still have a snappy throttle, but it won't be anything like having that CV Tech on there. So we are gonna be finding out if CV Tech clutch ends up being an upgrade to at least the primary. The secondary we can work with, I know we can. We just may want to, I don't know, man, these feel chintzy. Feel that. It just feels crap to me. Like, I don't want this video to be all negative. Don't that feel crappy to you?
It is loose.
Like it, you know what that feels like? You ever played with the bottom of a chair, the little...
Yeah, the little knobs that screw
knobs
in
that screw on
to adjust the
loose?
height. Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
So they're loose spinning.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't know. My hopes are not high. They're just not, they're not high. I'm sorry, guys. They're not. But, you know, we're still early in this testing stage, so I can't give a full opinion until this thing is actually went out and got dirty and beat on. But we're manufacturing these arms right now. We're doing a bunch of different types so we can start actually testing. And we have a dyno coming, so we'll be testing on the dyno. I got the clutch quite early, and I'm waiting on a machine to come in stock. I'm gonna get a machine, and this is the clutch we're building on, and then I'm gonna get a machine and start really testing everything. So we're ahead of the game. As far as I know, nobody else has these clutches. In fact, this is the only one-in-one that came in inventory, and as soon as it came in inventory, I had my inside source tell me before it even hit inventory, and then we bought it. We got it. So, yeah, we're the only ones, as far as I know, that even has this clutch in our hands on video for you guys to see. I am excited for it. I don't want it to be a whole negative video. I am excited for it because it is beefier. I just know from experience that, yeah, these clutches have their own set of issues. It is what it is, but we'll find out. I'm more interested in that secondary, and these, I know we're gonna have to get these upgraded. I can just tell you, they just feel like crap, just my opinion, you know. But it's what it is, guys. We'll leave this video here. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Leave us a comment down below if you were interested in seeing these up front and personal. I know I was excited to do this video because these are, I mean, they're beefy. I ain't gonna lie, they're beefy. So we'll see. They're heavy. They're heavier than these. And to me, heavier flyweight means less performance, but I guess we'll find out.